Hi, it's Greg Vincent here and welcome to the show. Today I'm here with Jeni Bruce from Just Better Care and Peter Taylor, the Ambassador for Just Better Care. And we've just been here at the Hawkesbury Community Chamber of Commerce, and you just gave us a little bit of an insight into Just Better Care and the service you provide. What does this entail?
Well, we deliver community support services throughout the Hawkesbury and Nepean. We actually cover a very large area. We go from Wiseman's Ferry down to Castle Hill, out to Prospect, Silverdale, right up the mountain, Mount Victoria and straight down. And we deliver support services in conjunction with the non-for-profit organisations who we deliver those services because we are in partnership with them, and the services we provide are for anyone who needs support in their own home. So
anyone that's in a position, what sort of assistance and support?
Well, the types of services that we deliver are anything from social support, which can entail shopping, a bit of domestic assistance, a bit of meal prep, and this can be slowly introduced to a family member or a friend if you do think that perhaps they could need a little bit of support. And then we are connected to that family or that member at an early stage, and we can recognise any ongoing problems so that they can get continued support, whether it be they need an EN or an RN or palliative care. So we can go right through with a person from the first time we enter into their homes until they pass on the journey through life.
Oh wow! So is it any particular age group? Is it sort of any family that you help, or is it more of the elderly?
No, it's not. It's just changed over the years. When I first came into the industry, it was predominantly working with people who were frail-aged, and now I'm very happy to say that a lot of the support services that we deliver are for families, and we work with children with behavioural issues and a lot of children with a variety of concerns, and a big part of our support is for young adolescents with mental health issues.
Wow, and I can imagine that you get to see a lot, just behind the scenes about what's happening out there in the local area. There's a lot of people who do need this sort of help, isn't there?
The biggest area of concern for us is, Greg, that we go in and we get to be truly involved within that home environment. We quite often see a person who is socially isolated for one reason or another, and perhaps they are getting Meals on Wheels, and half of the food is going to the dog and the cat, and the person is living on a slice of bread or something like this. And with the population, an ageing population, it's quite a concern to us, because a lot of the services that we do, support services, we do deliver to people are voluntary anyway. If we have somebody who comes to us and is known to us and they are socially isolated, well, we do transport them to different, to different places to get some socialisation.
Wow, such an important service for the community.
It is. Well, I'm proud to say that I'm involved in it, and I'm very community minded, and I'm very passionate about it, and I think that there's a lot more work to be done yet.
Yeah.
We're just the stepping stone. We are the tool. If you pick up the phone to us, we are the tool. We can show you how to navigate that river and connect you back into society and support.
Oh, fantastic. And Peter, you've been involved in this for, how long have you been involved?
Since the beginning, actually. When Jeni came to me, when she said she was doing this venture, she said, "Do you mind being the ambassador?" I said, "Not at all." I've actually known Jeni for upwards of 14 years. She was the boss of my wife at a preschool. So when Jeni came to me and said, "This is what I'm doing," I thought this is a great fit for Jeni, and I'd be more than happy to come on for the ride and see what I can provide to her service, whether it be an average looking poster, as far as but I did have more hair back then, so it was all good. But I'm
The poster
there,
boy.
Yep, the poster boy, as it were. I'm there for Jeni in whatever capacity I can be, whether it be advertising, whether it be social functions like today, or meet and greets with politicians, that sort of thing, or if it's picking up the phone in the office.
Oh, fantastic. Because you were saying earlier that you've achieved a couple of gold medals at the World Championships
Yes,
as well.
yep,
And
gold medals for 1,000 metre arms only fixed seat rowing. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so difficult. Just, I mean, from the upper strength you've obviously got to have to be able to get the speed, but
Yep,
also to
yep.
travel over that sort of distance.
Yep. It didn't happen overnight as much as I'd like it to. When I first started, I thought it was just all about power, and it turned out it wasn't. I ended up doing 360s down the river, as I previously said. But it's more not strength; it's more mental conditioning, knowing what you've got to do, knowing how to pace yourself. Because I can be rather silly at times. Where a normal Olympic athlete will do 34 strokes a minute in a race at the highest point. I think there was one stage where I actually cracked 56 strokes a minute.
Oh, wow.
And my coach
Got a bit
made,
excited.
yeah, I got a little bit excited. I was doing a massive rate of knots, but I don't think I was really going anywhere. I got out of the boat, and my coach slapped me across the back of the head and said, "Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, well.
But
You're going like an egg beater.
I basically was, and there's been times where we've had a few mishaps with the boats. One most memorable was when I actually tore the seat out of the bottom of the boat.
Oh, wow.
We were at national titles in Sydney, and they lifted the boat out and the seat fell in the water. The commentator goes, "Wow, that doesn't happen very often." But no, I was more than I won't say gifted, but I was very lucky to represent Australia 3 years in a row. Through a lot of hard work by myself, the coaches, the people from the Hawkesbury themselves, fundraising and being behind me, because without the people in the Hawkesbury and my bosses and Jeni, I wouldn't have been there.
No, that's great.
Having the talent to be in the boat and row and do what I've got to do is only part of it. Without the people in the Greater Hawkesbury and their support, I wouldn't have got there.
Yeah. And that's one of the things about the Hawkesbury, this community spirit, isn't it? I mean, what would you say, what do you love about the Hawkesbury, Jen?
I love the community spirit. I'm very proud to be in the Hawkesbury. It's the sort of an area where you can walk down the street and you can get a smile.
Yeah, it's a bit different to the city, isn't it?
If you need a hand, there's always a hand there to take yours.
Yeah.
So I guess that you've only got to say that you mention to somebody that I need help, and before you know it, you've got that support there.
And what about yourself, Peter? I mean, you've just recently bought a place in Bligh Park.
In Bligh Park, yes.
Yeah.
Work full time at Bunnings McGrath Hill, normally in the tool shop. But again, I've been in the Hawkesbury since I was born at Penrith. Went straight back to Kurrajong, my family's home, when I was out of hospital, and I've lived here ever since. I can walk down the street and say hello to people, and my wife goes, "Who's that?" Went, "Oh, that's such and such from Auto One, or that's such and such from Pamps, or that's such and such from Bunnings." And that's what I like. I like being able to say hello to people and be able to see friends like Gary out having a cup of coffee, and they go, "How you going, Pete?" And yeah.
Yeah, it's a familiarity.
It's a familiarity, and I don't think I could live anywhere else.
No. All right, well, look, it's been great to have you guys on the show. Congratulations for what you're both doing and how you're supporting people out there in the community with Just Better Care. I mean, how can people get in touch with you? Is there a website or something they can get in contact with?
They can contact us at mailhn@justbettercare.com or phone us on 45797137, and we can be your most important tool.
Oh, that's great. Look, terrific to meet you both, and thanks again for what you did this morning. It was a great talk, and congratulations again for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Catch you soon.